The moonlight shimmered across Lake Rockaloose as Bloom stood quietly on the balcony of Althea, the school for fairies. The cool wind whispered secrets from the stars above, and Bloom's heart was full of questions not just about her powers, but about love, too. Her mind kept returning to Sky. The way he smiled when he thought no one was watching, the way he believed in her, even when she didn't believe in herself. And yet, since the truth had come out that he was Prince Sky of Heraklion, not just a heroic paladin from Red Fountain, something had shifted. Bloom didn't know where they stood anymore. Was it real? Or was it just a fairy tale lie wrapped in royal disguise? It was the night of the Starlight Ball, the first one since Bloom had joined Althea. Fairies from all realms had arrived, twirling in gowns made of moon threads and shimmering wings. Bloom stood at the edge of the ballroom, wearing a soft pink dress Stella had designed for her. Her fiery red hair was curled and pinned with tiny star crystals, but her eyes kept scanning the room, searching for him. Looking for someone? A gentle voice came from behind. She turned. It was Sky. He was dressed in royal blue, not his usual Red Fountain armor, but the attire of a true prince. He looked hesitant, uncertain, not the confident fighter she had met in Magic's. "I was wondering if you'd come," Bloom said, trying not to show the storm brewing inside her. "I wasn't sure I should," Sky replied honestly. "After everything, I wasn't sure you'd want to see me." She nodded slowly. "You should have told me the truth about who you are." "I know. I was afraid it would change things, but now I realize hiding the truth, that changed us more." A silence settled between them. "I never wanted to lie to you, Bloom," Sky continued, his voice low and sincere. "Everything I said, everything I felt that was real. I care about you so much." He reached out his hand. "Dance with me?" Her heart raced. She wanted to say no, to stay strong and guarded, but she couldn't. Because despite everything, when she was with him, she felt safe. She placed her hand in his, and as they stepped onto the glowing dance floor, surrounded by floating lights and stardust melodies, Bloom let herself feel what she had been hiding: love. Real, honest, terrifying love. Days passed, and things between Bloom and Sky grew closer again. But peace was never permanent in the magical dimension. Dark clouds gathered above. The tricks were growing stronger. After stealing part of Bloom's power in Cloud Tower, Icy, Darcy, and Stormy had begun opening ancient portals to seek even darker forces. Bloom had recovered some of her dragon flame, but not all. And one night, Bloom had a vision. In it, a powerful voice echoed through fire and shadow. "The balance of the dragon flame is cracked. You must go to the source or lose it forever." She awoke with a jolt, her forehead sweating, her heart pounding. The Winx gathered in her room, worried. "What did you see?" Musa asked. "I think I have to return to Sparks," Bloom whispered. "Alone." "No way," Stella objected. "You're not going anywhere without backup. We're your sisters." But Bloom shook her head. "This journey, it's not just about battle. It's about my past, my power. I need to face it on my own." Later that day, as she prepared for her trip, Sky appeared. "I heard what happened," he said. "You're really going?" She nodded. "It's something I have to do." Sky looked torn. "Then I'm coming with you." "No," Bloom said firmly. "This is my path." "You're not alone, Bloom." "I know, but sometimes we have to walk into the fire by ourselves." The portal shimmered with heat as Bloom stepped onto the scorched, forgotten lands of Sparks, her birth realm, once ruled by the dragon flame, now silent and broken. Ash filled the air. Ancient towers lay in ruins. But deep in her heart, Bloom felt a pull like a heartbeat calling her forward. She journeyed through volcanic valleys and obsidian cliffs, following the glow inside her until she reached the Temple of the First Flame, a mystical ruin where the dragon flame was born. There, a guardian spirit appeared, wreathed in flame and memory. "You have returned, daughter of sparks," the guardian said, "but the flame inside you is unbalanced, half light, half shadow. Wait for me? Always." Suddenly, the fire surged and formed a mirror. Inside it, Bloom saw herself not as a fairy, but as a dark version. Eyes burning red, wings jagged like obsidian. "You fear your power," the reflection hissed. "Because it's wild, untamable, because a part of you likes it." Bloom stepped forward. "Yes, I'm afraid of it, but I won't let fear rule me." The reflection roared and attacked. The fire around the temple erupted. Flames danced wildly. Bloom summoned her dragon flame, but it flickered. "Trust yourself," the guardian whispered. "Not just your light, but your shadow too." Bloom closed her eyes. She thought of Sky, of her friends, of all the times she had doubted herself and risen anyway. Then, her wings burst open stronger than before, a blend of fire and starlight. She faced the shadow self one last time. "You are a part of me," she said, "but you don't control me." With one final blaze, she embraced the flame and it merged into her heart, not as darkness, but as power. Real, balanced, beautiful power. When Bloom returned to Alfea, her eyes were brighter, her aura stronger. She had changed, not just grown stronger, but more certain, more complete. Sky was waiting by the gates. The moment he saw her, he ran to her. "You did it," he said breathlessly. She smiled. "I found what I was missing." He took her hands, heart pounding. "And what about us?" She looked into his eyes. "I was scared before, but love doesn't mean perfection. It means choosing each other even through the hard parts." Sky leaned in slowly, and this time, when their lips met, it was not a fairy tale kiss. It was a promise of fire and forever. Epilogue, Flames of the Future. Bloom stood on the hilltop, her wings catching the last rays of sunset. Sky stood beside her, fingers laced with hers. They looked over the city of magics, glowing with hope. In the distance, the Winx laughed and flew through the air, preparing for the next adventure. But Bloom knew in her heart that love like magic was something you had to believe in every day. And as long as Sky believed in her, she would never be afraid again.